What's up guys, it's me again, Crushed Pixel. Today I'm here and everything I have is my lunar iron sword, and back there we have a ton of evil Falmers, and I really want that chest back there. So yeah, let's just have a look first what's inside here. A cast, Fus Ro Dah. Well, I wonder what it does, but let's just try it out later and step right into battle. Here we go. Don't kill me, guys. Don't kill me. Oh god, there are too many. I need to use that cast. Oh my god, it worked! It pushed them all back. Very nice. Now, let's just have a look what's inside that chest. A nightingale blade. Very nice. So, I would say Fus Ro Dah totally worked. So you'll probably want to know how this works. Well, the main redstone is divided into two parts. The first part is the activation. So this is a very normal hopper clock. So it activates these two comparators all the time. And the first command sets the cast scoreboard for every player to 1 who has a filled map in his inventory. Meaning whenever I take any map and I right click it so it becomes a filled map, I cast the Fus Ro Dah spell. And so this just sets the cast score to 1. I can do scoreboard objectives list, and you see we have these 4 objectives. The next one is the cooldown objective, which is important. But first of all, after we set the cast score to 1, what we're going to do is we're going to clear the filled map from the player so it doesn't get activated twice in a row, and we're going to have a simple play sound command which plays the Fus Ro Dah sound, which comes from a resource pack which I created, and it plays it to everybody who has a cast score of at least 1. And then we're going to set the cooldown to 112 for everybody who has casted the spell. So this just means that you cannot spam it all of the time. And once we have that, we're going to set a redstone block here, and this is where the main magic begins, because after we have spawned an armor stand which is invisible and has no gravity, this armor stand is going to get a score depending on where the player looks. So first of all we have to find out where the player looks, and then we're going to give the armor stand a score and constantly move him in that direction, knocking the enemies back in the right direction. So if I look, if I have these coordinates where I'm looking, this is just the RYM and the RY selectors. I'm going to set the direction score for the armor stand to 1, and I should add the direction objective, of course, for it to properly work, because I did not I did just import this into this world, so I have not added all of the objectives. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so we set the direction score depending on where the player looks to the armor stand. Now what do we have after we casted it? We have an armor stand which has a score depending where the player looks at the position of the player, and then this full clock is what we need. You see, I just got back the cast after 112 hopper clock activations, because this part of the clock simply removes the cooldown score for the player if he has at least 0. So, whenever he has no cooldown anymore, he gets the map back with the custom name of cast Fus Ro Dah, of course. And this is just a normal /give command. And yeah, that's everything about the cooldown system. I can do a scoreboard objective set display sidebar CD for cooldown, and you see once I cast it, it sets the cooldown score to 112, and if I do scoreboard player set CD5, you see I will get it back just now because the cooldown is over. Okay, the next part is this fill clock here, and this is just a normal fill clock with 20 Hertz, meaning it activates 20 times a second, and this uses the immune objective because to every armor stand who is invisible and has no gravity, meaning this only targets armor stands that were summoned by Fus Ro Dah, not by the player who sets it in his world. It sets the immune score to 0, and if the armor stand already has an H score, it's going to set the immune score to 1, meaning every armor stand with an H score is now immune and has an immune score of 1. This is important because we're going to set the H score to 0 for every armor stand who is not immune, meaning once the armor stand is casted, he's going to be set his H to 0, and after that he's always going to be immune because he already has an H score. Okay, so this is the initial setting of the H objective, and after that we're going to add 1 to the H score of every armor stand with an H score, of course, every tick, meaning the armor stand gets older and older. So I can just do that using scoreboard objective set display sidebar age. You see we have all of them here, and you see the age increases until it's 40, because then what we're going to do, we're going to kill the armor stands because sorry, that was a Minecraft bug. Because of course the armor stand should not stay there infinitely and kill all of the mobs that are in its path. So once it hits 40, we're going to kill it. And then of course we have these two contraptions here, and these are responsible for the teleportation and the knockback of the armor stand. And here what we simply do is we have a /particle command which adds these nice explode effects to the armor stands. And yeah, so these are just the set block commands which set the blocks here, and once a block is set there, this is going to be filled with redstone blocks, activating it, and now depending on the direction score, it teleports the armor stands. So if they have a direction of 1, for example, they're going to be teleported there and there. Obviously, I created all of that using a custom MC editor that I quickly wrote. It was not too much time. And yeah, so these are just for all of the different directions one can have. I think it's up to 15. So depending on the direction score we assigned here in the beginning, the armor stand is going to be teleported in that direction. And finally, this is responsible for the knockback. So again, depending on the direction score the armor stand has, it's going to do an entity data command, and it's going to give a motion tag to every entity in a radius of 2, pushing it back in the direction where the armor stand looks and where the player has looked. So let's just repeat all of it. I do the Fus Ro Dah. It summons an armor stand which has a score depending on which direction I look. Then the armor stand gets teleported in that direction and knocks all of the mobs in that direction. I can just demonstrate that one last time using some villagers. God damn it. And here you go. I did not hit that guy. And if I set my cooldown score to 1 again, god damn it, and I go into game mode 3 at the right time, you can probably see the armor stand. So what I'm going to do is /game mode 3, then I cast it. Well, you see, there is this armor stand which got constantly teleported where I was looking. Let me just go into game mode 1 again. I can disable the particles, of course. Where were they? Here. So I will just disable them, set my cooldown score to 1 again to get it back, and I can disable the killing at the age of 40 and make it 400. So whenever I cast Fus Ro Dah, you see this armor stand is constantly moving there, and he would have the particles around him, and he's going to knock the mobs back in that direction. And yeah, once he has the H score of 400, of course he's going to be killed. But yeah, Okay, so that's about it. This is how Fus Ro Dah in Minecraft works. I hope you enjoyed the video. It would be very nice if you could subscribe and like. See you in the next video. Bye!